Yo, what up YouTube? Some of you might know already that I'm building an AR-15. It's my first AR. It was kind of random for me to even decide to go ahead and do that. I was actually looking at AK-47s, but the one that I was looking at, it was built by Lancaster Arms, and that thing cost like $800, which I didn't have to spend on a gun at the time. So I kind of stumbled across the world of AR-15s, and I realized you can kind of assemble your own. I decided to go that route just because I felt like I'd be able to purchase parts over a period of time. You know, and I'm kind of a bargain hunter too. I like to shop around, see what the best absolute possible deal is I can find on the item. But I came across this Vortex red dot sight, and I felt like it was at a price that I couldn't pass up. It was a guy on a forum that I'm a member of. He actually bought it for his AR-15, and the one that he purchased, he was having some issues with. And he mentioned on one of the threads that he'd more than likely be interested in selling it, but he wanted to send it back to Vortex first and have them fix it. So he ended up sending it back to them, and they actually sent him a brand new one, which is good. I've heard a lot of good about Vortex's optics, and I've heard a lot of good about Vortex as a company. And they turns out that they actually have a lifetime warranty on their optics, or at least the Strikefire. And usually if you have a problem with it, they'll actually exchange it. They won't even fix it, which, you know, I feel like that's pretty cool, man. I feel like that's pretty cool. But I mean, I'm excited to get my rifle done and to get this thing put on there and sighted in. But let's get into some of the features of it. With this sight, I believe Vortex, they offer the low profile mount, and I believe they offer a cantilever mount also. You just screw it onto your rail. Well, you put it on your rail and then you tighten it with a screw here. It comes with a magnifier, 2x magnifier. It's pretty decent. I honestly probably would never use that thing. You got your adjustments here for wind and elevation. Got your battery compartment. Takes one single battery, and from what I hear, the battery's pretty good. The battery life on this thing's pretty good. You got your power button here. You got your brightness settings here and here, and then you actually have a night vision setting on there for those who are tactical. The settings pretty simple on this thing. You hit the power button. You got your red dot there. You hit the power button again, and you have your green dot. I guess green shows up better against certain backdrops or whatever. And again, you got your man, I can't get this thing. Okay, and again you have your brightness settings at the top and the bottom. I think right now I had it at the highest setting, and then this would be the lowest. And then you got your night vision, which you really can't see the dot to the with the naked eye. I can't see it at all now. You got your flip-up caps, your snap-on caps, whatever they're called. It's shock resistant, water resistant, and they go for about $150. I bought mine for $110, and I felt like I felt like that's a great price for a decent red dot sight, you know, so I decided to roll with it. But yeah, if anybody has any experience with the Vortex, any positives or negatives, please let me know what you think about it, because sometime in the future I might end up upgrading to a EOTech or a Trijicon, but I can't do that right now. I can't afford that right now. My rifle's not even done for one, so that's not really at the absolute top of my list as far as priorities go for this rifle. But oh yeah, and also this is the original version of the Vortex. They actually redesigned it because the problem that people were having was that they'd have the sight mounted on their rifle, and when they would transport the rifle and they go and take the rifle out of the bag, the red dot would actually be turned on because of, you know, the power button got bumped or whatever. But what they did was they redesigned it so that you would actually have to press and hold the button to get it to turn on or off. And they also got rid of the green dot setting on there, which I guess, again, a lot of people didn't even use the green dot sight. They didn't feel the need for it. But from what I hear, the red dot is actually a little bit brighter. That was another complaint that people had about the Vortex, is that the red dot wasn't bright enough. So they actually made the red dot brighter. They changed the power settings to help prevent it from turning on while it was in your bag. And I feel like I'm forgetting something. And yeah, you know, so I guess, you know, they listen to their customers and they remodeled it. I kind of wish that I could send this one back and get the newer version, just because that brightness issue was kind of has me, you know, like, man, you know, I mean, I haven't even used it yet, so I don't know. It might be fine for me, you know, being a novice in the AR-15 red dot world, in this whole aspect of firearms, really. But yeah, comment. Let me know what you think about it, the goods and the bads. I'm gonna keep it for a while regardless, but you know, what would you recommend? What's a good red dot sight that's not too terribly expensive? Let me know. And shout out to Palmetto State Armory too, man. For those who don't know, they were an internet site based out of South Carolina here, and they just recently opened a storefront, man. I've been in there a couple times. Real cool guys, man. Real cool guys. I went in there one day after work, and I didn't realize they were closing, you know. And we ended up hanging around. They closed the store up. We ended up hanging around talking about Call of Duty and stuff, playing Modern Warfare on PlayStation. They're real cool guys. Shout out to Palmetto State Armory. If you need anything firearm related, check them out. Join them on Facebook. They always have stuff on sale. Every week they're advertising something they put on sale on Facebook. Every week they're holding a contest on Facebook. They're giving away free stuff all the time. Shout out to Palmetto State. But yeah, let me know what you think about the site. Looking forward to your comments. Peace.